Jack.
Shut up, I'm talking.
Shut up! I'm talking. Oh, shut up!
No, don't.
He's ripped that too quick.
No, it
Should we
works.
just run with it?
Yeah.
You were recording, right, Scoosh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
well,
It works.
Oh.
It's valid. That's the quickest the title sequence has ever
Jack,
played.
I'm talking.
The quickest it's ever played.
I didn't want to get... I gotta get this over with.
How are you doing, Connor?
I'm good. I'm doing all right.
I'm good. I'm glad you're here. Episode 98. Welcome back,
2
everybody.
off 100, Connor. You're nearly
I'm
in.
200?
No, 2 off 100. You're 98.
You're episode 98.
Oh, okay.
So you're not.
That's cool. That's a good number.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's close.
Yeah, it's nice.
How does it feel for you to be on Shut Up, I'm Talking?
Do
you watch the show?
Pretty good. No.
Okay.
Not all.
Would
You
you
don't see the clips. Most people see the clips because we're very viral.
So I was asking him. I was like,
was
where are
asking
you?
me.
I was like, where are you viral? And
We're
said-
viral mostly on Instagram Reels and then
no,
secondarily
like
TikTok.
location. I was like, are you viral in the UK?
See,
He
Jack,
goes,
I said
no.
we're very minimally viral across United Kingdom and America, and then maximally viral in Australia, where we are very viral and everyone knows us in
Yeah,
Australia.
it sounds like you're
Weird.
big
Everyone
in
buys
Australia.
tickets to the tours in Australia, and we
People
love
really
Australia
care
more
in
than
Australia.
anything.
Yeah.
People really
Yeah.
care there.
Connor, it's an honour to have you here today.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
That felt genuine. That felt real.
I don't know what
Thank
camera
you.
to look at.
Connor,
That one's your one.
could
And
you-
the middle one is all of us.
could you
That one
intro-
never look at it. But you're not in it.
Could you Sorry about him, Connor.
It's practical.
I'm kind of the straight man, and he's the crazy
Right.
whiz that gives this
not
show
true.
the
I'm the
spark.
straight man.
I picked up on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm liking our vibe more, me and you. Connor, could you introduce yourself, please, to the audience that don't know you and what you do?
I'm ConnorEatsPants. I play video games online sometimes. I guess. Is that what I do? That's what I do.
Yeah,
I think so.
You
Yeah, I think
also
that's apt.
occasionally interview over Fortnite very big political figures in the right wing spaces as well.
Not necessarily political, not necessarily right wing.
Okay.
So
It's often those
but
two things.
It
but
happens. That has happened to be
That,
some of them.
that you fell into that niche for a while, but we're going to get into that. But we want to start. Well, we want to start further back. But initially, before we even get into any of that, this podcast is
It relies
segmented.
on a segment.
It relies on
a
structure.
segment.
And we have our first segment to bring up to you. Connor Eats Pants, we want to know what your worst moment of the week was. And please don't make it sad like Jacksepticeye did one time. It was really difficult.
Wait, he said that
He
it's
said
He said
Yeah.
he was bedridden with anxiety.
and it was really hard to riff on and make
Oh.
jokes about.
And it was
So
our
please,
first episode.
if you could just make it like
guest
something
episode.
lightly frustrating and funny,
okay.
that would be ideal.
Pisses. Because
Okay,
what do
well,
you say to that? Oh,
it was hard.
ugh.
Tommy said it could be the month.
No,
Don't
don't
tell them
use
that on
that.
camera,
Okay,
fuck.
audience. I said sometimes.
We say to every guest, if you don't have something this week, just within the month will do.
But not past that. And no guest is meant to spoil that.
No one has
Connor.
ever lifted the veil in this way.
No one's told me anything. I was.
Yeah, if we're going to do that, we're going to do it
Connor,
behind the paywall
God
on the Patreon.
damn it! All right, Connor. go
Publicly,
on.
for free.
What's your worst moment of the month, then, Connor? Now you're just tearing apart the foundations of our trust.
So I went to
between
go
our audience.
visit
It's been nearly 2 years.
your favorite JSchlatt in New York. I
He's
went to
great.
go- went to
Yeah,
go
I
visit.
like
love him.
JSchlatt a lot.
And I
Less now.
I had to take a train, and so I went to the train station, and then once I got on the train, I was like rolling my suitcase, and like right as I step on the train, it was like out of a movie where like the door closed on me, like on my hand, like as I was getting on the train,
Right.
and I didn't expect it, and so I released, and then like my suitcase, I let go. My suitcase went out onto the platform and the door locked and the train just immediately jetted off. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that just happened. And like the guy next to me was like, I can't believe that just happened either. I was like, oh my God, what do I do?
It fell into the train tracks.
No, it like fell like on the platform I was just on.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, I need to go back. So I took the train back. It was like a, 20-minute train down to like Union Station or whatever. I went back and it was still there.
Oh, it was just on the
And it
No
was
one
just
even
there.
touched it.
No one touched
Isn't
it.
the whole thing that you're not allowed to leave like bags?
No, that's the thing. In the UK, there's like an announcement that comes over like in stations and airports. It's like, if you leave an unattended bag, we're going to seize and destroy it. Destroy
Yeah.
is always the word.
So
they
I
use.
did get like, I have like my phone number like on like the thing or whatever,
Yeah.
on the suitcase. And so when I was trying to get back while I was on the train, I like got a phone call from a guy, and someone trying to like one of the police guys trying to contact me, and I couldn't understand him on the phone. I don't think really spoke English very well. I was like, I'm coming back. And he goes, suitcase. I was like, yes. I was like, yes, suitcase, I'm coming.
And he just left it. He didn't even take it to an
didn't
office.
even
He just
move.
left it on the platform.
Yeah,
to
I was like,
explode.
all right. Yep. And then I got it.
Aw.
That was the worst.
Do you know what, Connor? That is a properly classic bad moment.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it, Jack?
It was
It
good.
is.
No.
We've had a lot of, some of them are ambiguous, some of them are a bit bad, but this is just a
It was
classic,
a solid inconvenience.
solid.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like a joke. It was.
I fist bumped him,
it
audio
wasn't
listeners.
sad.
It wasn't sad. It wasn't anything about it. That was just a classic. You
you
wouldn't
have a
want
good
that to
time
happen
with
to you.
I did.
Yeah, was it nice?
That's my dude.
Did you guys talk about me at all?
Why would they do that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
All right.
Perhaps.
Are you-
I don't
is
know.
that your polite way of saying no? 'Cause
I don't know.
I, don't
I
think-
mean,
I know you well enough. You wouldn't. do
probably
that.
not. Probably not.
Okay.
But
That's
maybe.
realistic.
But maybe.
Would you? Why would you want? What would you want them to be saying about you? All right, like fantasy situation. Connor and Schlatt are together in New York, and they're shooting the shit. Maybe they have a. Do you drink?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
they're
drink.
having a beer,
Sure.
and you come up. What do they say?
All right, you be Connor.
Why doesn't Connor be Connor? I'll be Schlatt.
No, I'll be Schlatt, you be Connor.
What?
In my fantasy, I control
Makes
Schlatt.
sense.
All right, are you ready?
Why doesn't Connor be Connor?
Yeah, okay, that makes more
That-
sense.
I just feel like he's more qualified for the role.
You know what, Connor? Let me just say something.
Who the fuck's voice is this?
Connor. Connor. Why
Sorry,
not
That's
reply?
pretty good. Oh,
I'm
you're
shooting my
Tommy?
eyes. I'm fully
you're Connor.
immersed there, and you're just not fucking.
You're part of this.
Sorry, I thought he was.
No,
still
he's
me.
now.
No.
He's Connor, but at the podcast.
I'm sort of
now,
an
listening.
observer.
Okay.
I'm still Jack. I'm not
Imagine you
host.
about that, but this is my fantasy, so don't
Okay.
do anything I wouldn't want.
Sure.
You know what, Connor?
Yeah.
I like that Tom.
He's cool. Yeah, Tommy's fun. Tommy's,
Nah,
that's a good
he's
dude.
more than fun. He's great.
He wouldn't do all that. He wouldn't be doing
This
all
is
that.
my fantasy.
He wouldn't
though,
be
isn't it?
doing all that, though.
I know,
No.
not to my face, behind my back.
He wouldn't be
though.
doing all that.
You know
Absolutely
what?
not.
He's great.
See, this is why we don't talk about you. This is why we don't do that.
Right. Should we just try and get through this?
Remember
bloody
when you
podcast
joined
then?
my Discord server and then we banned you?
Yeah, I do, Connor. I do.
That's
That
true.
was funny.
Why'd you
So-
ban him?
So,
Because he was like self-promoting.
What?
He was like, "Oh, how do I talk? Can they may know how to get in touch with Connor? How do I?
Wait. How long ago was this?
I was 15.
Yeah.
And you were trying to get hold of Connor in his public Discord.
Yeah, I wanted to talk with him and see if they were talking about me.
And I'm like friends with like all my
I wanted to know if him and
all
Sean
like
were
my
talking
like
about me.
community like heads are like Discord mods and like Twitch mods are like old like community people from like before like I ever like blew up, and so like they were all like really quick to just ban him and be like, "Yo, look at this dumb kid that like came in here and tried to like
Connor,
get your attention."
do you remember when we shared that beautiful moment? Deeply intimate, beautiful moment.
They were a couple.
At VidCon, that deeply intimate, beautiful moment we shared.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was fucking beautiful, wasn't it?
It was beautiful.
Oh, you're not going to elaborate and clue me in. You're just going to both sort of.
Do you want to? How bad do you
Was you
want to
fucking
know?
kiss or something?
It was
Like,
beautiful.
Why is it like a?
No, we
It was
didn't
more
kiss.
beautiful than a kiss, wasn't it? It was properly beautiful.
Well, I wouldn't describe it like that. Not in like a linear way. No.
Okay, I guess comparison is the thief of joy, isn't it? And I was stealing the joy.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was joy.
I'll just tell you quick what it was. It was after we did that meet and greet that you hosted. No, not the meet and greet, the panel.
The panel back in the day.
And I was so over.
Wait, so I was there and I was not included.
No, you weren't included.
No, because I took his hotel room after because he was leaving.
Because I was leaving,
I needed
Connor
a
said,
hotel
"Can I have
room."
your hotel?" And I said, "Okay, Connor."
Yeah.
And so Connor had already put his stuff in
VidCon
my
never
hotel.
treated me well.
Are
VidCon
you
never
going?
treated me
It's
well.
this weekend. Are you going?
Oh God, no.
Whoa, we're going. Whoa. We're going.
We're going, and they
got our flights, so
and
we
they
like
paid
them
for
very
our
much. We
flights,
very
yeah,
like
so
them very,
we're
very
only
much.
doing this because of them.
Yeah.
And Spotify. This is their studio.
Yeah.
Is that everyone?
I
That's
love
everyone.
Spotify.
subscribe.
And Connor,
New
yeah.
episodes every Sunday.
Yeah. Connor, what they did was anyway. What? Yeah, we did that, and I was so overwhelmed, Jack. I was so overwhelmed by seeing the fans in person for the first time. I lied
For the
back
first
on my
time,
bed. I realised truly that all these numbers on screens are people, and I weeped, Jack.
You cried
I lied on my bed weeping,
in front of him.
so
was
overwhelmed.
pretty
Not in front of
emotional.
Connor. I was so overwhelmed, weeping my eyes out, thinking I cannot believe this. All of this fantasy is truly real. Anyway, then ConnorEatsPants walks into the room and goes, "What are you doing?" And I go, I'm crying. And he goes, "Oh yeah." And then we have a hug, and I go, "That was mad, wasn't it?" And you're like, "Yep." And then you go, "Can I have my hotel room now?" Because it's Connor's room now because I was leaving. And I go, "Yeah." And then I'll leave. So it was beautiful.
I was proud. I was proud of you.
Oh, I think it's Connor. I'm proud of you as well.
Well,
it was
let's
very
run it
nice.
back, all the way to the beginning, because at that time Tom was a boy, but once you were a boy too, I
True.
can only assume.
Yes.
I was actually 18 then.
That's a boy.
That's a lad. You guys got to do your like British words more. It's really like no, I'm serious. Like it's probably upsetting for the viewers that you don't do that.
We would be more viral in England.
Yes,
if we,
you need to like use like British words.
I did find I started doing that more in videos, and my UK audience increased. It's like actually that easy.
But you know what? Your US audience
But, like,
decreases.
we say,
Decreases,
no,
so I don't
we
want
say
that.
it bugs us, but like it's better.
You can't go too far though, because you guys don't understand it. So
You guys don't even listen to Sam Fender.
Yeah, but
it's
that's
too
also
British.
fun. That's like a thing.
It's well.
There's no excuse for you to say boy instead of lad. There's just none.
No,
Okay.
a lad. Fuck off. A lad is very different from a boy. A lad is like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking lad.
Okay,
Whereas
sure.
a boy is like
I
a
mean,
lad
you
is
would
a whole
know.
different.
You would know.
You can't even comprehend the difference between these two because it's such a different language.
Connor, you were once a lad, and you grew up in
Thank you.
Atlanta, correct?
Yes,
How was that as an experience?
that was awesome. I love that city.
What about that city you love so much?
I think the people are really cool. I think it's like a cool, like diverse area.
Mhm.
There's like good food. Good music comes from Atlanta.
Do we have good food when we were there? We've been a couple of times.
Yeah.
now.
Me and Aaron did. You stayed in the tour room, I think.
It's every
Connor?
fucking story today I'm not a part of.
Sorry, I can try. Oh, and you were there, and you were loads of fun.
I'm not saying lie. I'm saying why in all these life events have you left me out?
I haven't left you. Actually, no. This when we were last in Atlanta, it was when you left the tour briefly.
Oh, I did. I went home for a week.
You
That's
did.
true.
You
Yeah,
did,
that's true. Never mind. I'll let you off.
Connor,
Yeah.
what were you like as a boy? I've been asking every one of our American guests this.
Like what is like an answer? Like what have like they said?
Or shy, or eccentric,
Yeah, what were
or
you into? You're a performer now. You much a performer then?
I was about the same. I think that like in like school I was a bit more like not forthcoming in like my humor and like my interests because I was like, well, I don't want to like be a nerd that people know like I like video games.
Did you have a good time at school?
It was like whatever. Like I was in like a private like Christian kind of environment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like my whole life. So like it was like a weird like kind of dynamic there, especially when like they're like your whole life, like like
Yeah.
kindergarten to like 12th grade. And then like those kids I like couldn't really like show like my humor or, like curse very much probably around like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, sure. It's like much more
Yeah.
conservative.
So like I kept like a lot of my humor like online. So that was like my outlet was to like do like YouTube and like Twitch and
So
stuff.
when do you start? How old are you?
Oh, I started YouTube really early, like when it came out, like 2007.
What?
No way.
Yeah. Like
How old are you?
I'm 26.
So 2007, you're what? You're seven.
7, 8, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Wow. What are you doing on YouTube?
So like early on, I was
Sounds like
doing
more like a show. What are you doing on YouTube?
What are you doing?
I did like I would record like my Nintendo DS like Pokemon battles and like talk over them.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Pokemon?
Me and my friends would do like sketch comedy videos.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, so we did stuff like that for years.
What Pokemon game?
All of them. I mean, it would be like at the time, it would be like Diamond and Pearl,
Yeah.
and Platinum,
Soul Silver.
Yep.
Platinum was incredible.
And then I started streaming 2016 because I got a
Wow.
computer that could do it at that
Sweet.
point.
What made you first want to get into streaming?
So in school, I took an improv class at the time.
Okay.
And I enjoyed
Okay.
it.
What was improv like in a private Christian school?
It was, I was the
That's
only
a
funny
good
one.
point.
I was the only funny one, but I killed it. That was great, but I enjoyed it. And so I realized that like streaming was like kind of used some of that, kind of talent a little bit compared to like YouTube.
At this private Christian school improv group, did you ever have to perform for the rest of the school?
Not the rest of the school, but I guess like, yeah, you had to perform for people at some point.
What was that like doing that in front of others?
I did like a couple of like plays in like school, so it was like that. It
Okay.
wasn't like too difficult.
Yeah,
Do you get like nervous doing those things, or are you pretty cool?
I think like early on, I don't get like too nervous. Like it's not like that bad. I think that like, yeah, there's other people that have it worse, so I don't think I really get that scared. No.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, sure. Would you do more live performance stuff now, or do you prefer being behind the screen?
No, I mean I like being like behind the camera or like home and talking over stuff. I don't even use like face cam most of the time.
I was
usually.
I was gonna ask this later, but I'll touch on it now. Why is that a decision? Like, what's the point behind that? Because I think you're quite an expressive person when you do use your face cam.
Well, thank you.
Like, and you do occasionally choose to do it. Like,
yeah.
where does like
it adds to it sometimes? I
Yeah.
think that like there's like more opportunity. There's opportunities to be funny in some ways that you can't on camera, but also like just for me, it makes it like easier to like separate from it.
How's it? What do you mean separate from it?
Like separate myself from it and not be like, I don't know how to describe it.
I kind of know what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I get it. I'm just trying to like.
Did you have
elaborate on it a bit.
any period of no face cam? Because I did no face cam for a bit. And it was amazing.
I did, but I didn't like it. I found quite the opposite of what you were saying. I found it restrictive in my humor. I felt a lot of the time, like, and I do it on the podcast, and it's something I struggle with for the audio only listeners. To be honest, it's like occasionally I'll just throw a glance to camera, and I think you can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
And I felt I struggled when I didn't have a camera to do little subtle things.
Nah, you're thinking of all the pros. Do you know what I would sit for 6 hours playing SMPEarth. Were you on SMPEarth?
Yeah.
I would
You
sit.
were? Fucking hell.
I would sit like fucking this, one finger like up my nose, literally just picking my nose, and no one could see. I'd
That
sit
was
like,
the funniest. Dude, I forgot about that. That was so
I'd sit like this and stream. Like, do you know what I mean? Look how unappealing this is right now. You can see it on the camera. Like, this is not how you should sit on camera. It was horrible. It's horrible, isn't it? Like, it's so crotch
People
heavy.
didn't watch you at the time, right?
Huh?
People didn't really watch you then.
No.
Probably because you were doing that.
Well, I was 15.
Yeah.
We all, you know.
People didn't watch me at the time. Hey, but that was when I didn't have a web. I was faceless for most of SMPEarth.
Were you?
I was, and I
Can't imagine you being faceless.
exactly. I didn't enjoy
But your
it.
profile pic was you as well, so everyone knew you.
Everyone knew what I looked like, but I just wouldn't use a face cam. No, is that true? Maybe it was. I can't remember. I wouldn't use a face cam for the longest time on SMPEarth, and then eventually I started towards the end of it. But I found it really difficult. I think the curiosity I have with you is that you switch, but like occasionally you'll be like, no, this is a face cam moment. Like when does a moment qualify?
I don't know. I guess if it adds to it, you just know. I don't know how to really answer that. I don't really have an answer
Shit
for
question,
you.
Jack.
It is a shit question.
It's not a shit.
It's a shit question.
You could have had a profound answer.
Okay, answer it.
No, you could have. I don't know. I don't fucking do it, Connor. It's you. I figured maybe you had a profound justification that was fascinating.
SMPEarth.
For the record, I never would have asked you that question.
SMPEarth.
Yep.
Was funny because I remember I lived in Antarctica with Technoblade and VoiceOver Pete.
Oh my god, that was you.
Yes.
I was going to mention.
What a duo.
And I remember Pete was just like following Techno. And he was like, I guess I have to do it. I guess I have to stream with this guy.
I can't tell you how badly I wish Pete wasn't.
He didn't do that thing.
He didn't do some of those things that he did. Because he would have, if he could have made it through to the DreamSMP days, which he was only, if you actually think about it, 4 months off.
He missed it by
What a character.
Such a
What a character that
he would have been huge from the DreamSMP. He was.
I'm going to say this, and I don't know if I've said it publicly before, but I've said it for years. When I first started streaming, when I had like 10 viewers, he was the kindest person to me. He would stream with me. I'd asked him to do streams with me. He'd stream with me. Yeah. And not only that, he would go live on his account. So the notification would push to his hundreds of viewers.
Yep.
He would immediately end and raid me just so I had the viewers. No one is no one ever do that for anyone. And I know he did bad things, and this is not.
When I was 15, I was just on a call with him on SMPEarth building, and he was like, "How are we gonna get you a girl, Tommy?" and he was giving me that like ragtag 1920s dating advice.
He was also like.
1920.
He was also like my first like exposure to like actual like clout chasing, because he'd be like, oh dude, like we gotta stream with like JSchlatt, or like he'd wanna like be around JSchlatt, or like for example like Techno, he would follow Techno on the server.
He was so like completely obvious about it. Just this old fella following Techno around.
It was kind of awesome.
So endearing.
And he always spoke like this. He'd be like, and he'd take really long.
He had the voice, though,
He had the voice, and he'd take
He was VoiceOver Pete.
and he'd take really long pauses too sometimes, and he'd go, "We gotta follow Techno, Tommy.
What a guy.
Because he's got the views." and he'd like try and talk in that little gap.
He was serious.
If I genuinely think back to that server and I think about my time on it, I cannot. It's so intrinsically linked to him. Like that is.
Dude, I wish I could remember Pete's stories off the top of my head. There's probably so many.
There's so many, and he was
because he was on SMP Live as well. Connor, let's just before SMP Live. When did you start blowing up on Twitch and finding an audience?
Well, I guess it was SMP Live. I had like
Because we just had Ludwig on, and you were very interlinked with him early days as well,
Yeah,
right?
so I knew Ludwig before SMP Live because we both knew like Smash Bros stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of like Nintendo streaming kind of area, and so we just knew each other through that space.
Yeah.
And one of my viewers also watched JSchlatt like early that year, and so once, I guess I can't fully remember, but he basically told JSchlatt about me, so JSchlatt started watching me early like 2019.
How many viewers did you have at this point?
On average, probably like 15 to 30.
Oh, wow. So really early.
Yeah.
days.
And how many did Schlatt have at this point?
So he hadn't started streaming yet, I don't think. Maybe he did like one or
The odd
two
YouTube
like
stream,
yeah,
maybe.
one or two like YouTube streams or something, which got like 100 views, I
Yeah.
think. And then he joins SMP Live, and then like a couple days into it is like, oh, you got to get this Connor guy in here, because he streams, and then and then
So you like
once-
thrown it in the deep end a little bit.
a little bit. I mean, I like knew how to navigate it, I think, better than a lot of the people early on, just because like I already had like, I was like, okay, well, I'm happy streaming to 10 people. So
Sure.
like, if my 10 people are here, it's whatever. So I don't really need to worry about like, because with a lot of those Minecraft servers, you get people like, oh, I need to be in the content. I need to like kind of force
Yeah.
myself into things, and it's just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
something I want to speak. Yeah, well,
How did, I love that. How did you find SMP Live?
oh, it was fun for like 2 weeks.
because you know what? I don't think I've ever said this to you. I was really into SMP Live.
I
Like,
was
you were so into it.
Yeah.
it looked like heaven.
I remember.
Was
really,
it really great beyond like 2 weeks though?
Yeah. Oh my god. And I
remember.
will,
quiz him, man.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
dude. Oh my god, it was the
Maybe it
best.
was like a month or
No.
a month and a half. That was
5
fun.
months.
It felt like it went on for a while. I can't remember though.
I can't remember how long. I can't remember. I was
I guess
remember the
it went
content
into
around it
that
being
summer. It
great.
went into that summer actually.
2019 summer, right?
Yeah, I do remember that. So it did go on for a little bit, but it definitely like for me, I started to like kind of get stale on it by like May, I would say.
This is something I wanted to just generally inquire about because you were on SMPEarth, you were on SMP Live, you joined the DreamSMP pretty early doors.
No, I don't think it was early. It was after you like blew up the city, right?
Yeah, I joined
you
after they
had
blew
a
up the
big-
city, but it still went on for like 2 fucking years after that.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You joined pretty. You joined.
you were
not
not long
crazy
after
early,
me.
but you weren't that late.
He was like a week after me or something. Like it
There
really
were
wasn't
people
long.
that joined a year after you.
Oh
Context.
yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
but you were relatively early doors, and obviously it was huge at the time. And SMPEarth Live, sorry, was huge at the time as well. And I found that for a lot of people who was on those servers, it felt like streaming anything else was almost pointless because like people were so hungry to see content on whatever server it was. And I always found with you, it's like it never seemed like you had that temptation. Like you always seemed to stream whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
And like it just did not fucking matter to you.
Yeah.
And the same with what you said about like you never felt the urge to be really involved in like the lore and shit. Like you were sometimes,
Yeah.
but it didn't feel like there was this huge drive from you.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious about that because I think for a lot of people it felt so fucking paramount. Like you especially, me somewhat as well.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a bad thing to feel that. I guess just like for me, when it comes to like content, I could never like force myself to like have something revolve around me or like try to like put myself into something I don't feel like I belong in. I guess I don't really know how to describe
I
it.
struggle with that too.
Yeah, I think that like I like having my own corner. I like having like my own space to like do stuff in, and it makes it like more authentic.
Sure.
And it makes it easier to like fall back on if like, you know, Minecraft stuff doesn't work out or that stuff falls
Yeah.
off, then like, okay, I have my own corner to do things.
Yeah.
And even that's happened now. Like even as like numbers have fallen now, like I at least have like a small corner that I can like do my own thing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. I suppose what you didn't. We've spoken about it a million times. I won't go into the depth on it, but I think like one of the things that we found is when it finally did end, when the numbers went down, it felt like fucking dreadful because it was like it felt for a million reasons it felt terrible. Did you feel that much, or were you like, oh?
No, I didn't feel that for like Minecraft stuff just because like I didn't like attach myself too much to it. I was always judging like my growth on like what my other stuff was doing at the time versus like Minecraft. Minecraft was like, I would like, that was like, okay, I'm going to work. Like I'll do
Okay,
this.
sure.
Really?
And yeah, and then
and then the rest of it was,
It was
like, what you
what
enjoyed.
yeah.
Well, can we talk through those 3 SMPs then? So SMP Live, you're on it for a few months. This, for me, was one of the best Minecraft servers. Did you, like, just know that you had an electric dynamic with JSchlatt, like, quick?
Yeah, I mean, I think we both knew that, like, we could bounce off each other pretty well. I also, like, felt like I knew how to, like, make it so that I could make a funny bit on, like, the people that are larger than me stream and not have to make it revolve around me. Like, a lot of times during the big things, I wouldn't stream during it. Because I was like, it makes for
I
a
do
bad
that a lot
stream.
as well, to be fair.
Because, like, I'm not going to have, like, the best point of view if people are all watching Tommy, right?
Yeah.
And so people are going to watch Tommy. So I want to make my inclusion in this work best for Tommy on his thing.
That makes sense. I felt that a lot.
These SMPs, what for you were the best parts and what were the worst parts?
The best part was, I think, just like the natural like improv laughs, like the stuff that really worked well. Like whenever it would click, it felt really good and that was fun. The worst was definitely like the kind of like the social politics surrounding it, whether it's like between creators, but I think mainly like more like viewers. Like there were definitely like some wild viewers.
How did you find joining that fandom? Because it's very different.
It was very strange. It was very wild. I was like, I remember like the first time I saw like what were they? Lunch Club at the time?
Yeah.
Like them get like their like stan kind of groups of people like making like their profile picture. And I was like, why are these people like obsessed with like gamers? Like that's crazy.
Yeah. How old were you at this time?
Oh man.
2020.
I would have been
20.
20. Well, it was 2019 is when I think that started.
Oh yeah, so 19.
1920.
Yeah, 1920.
Oh my god, were you born in 2000?
I was born in 99.
That must be so easy because whenever you want to know how old you are, you just look at what the end of the year is. 26,
And then add
26.
Yeah, I turned the year after.
Oh, that's convenient, isn't it?
It would be nice.
Not me.
I'm jealous of that.
I have to -4.
Which is hard for him.
This is harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you find getting involved in that DreamSMP fandom especially? Because I remember like I felt like there was a bit of pushback from you. We found it fucking mental.
I felt like I had to like be the adult because quite frankly, it didn't feel like a lot of the people that were like, you know, necessarily at the top of it were managing that in a necessarily
You did make a lot of an effort, actually.
in a very appropriate way a lot of the time.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, you have a bunch of like, you can pretty much tell it's a lot of teenage girls that are watching and stuff. And so there's a responsibility to like, you know, be like somewhat appropriate, but also like not make people be too like attached to you in that way or play into like things that will make people like.
And you were immediately kind of aware of the dodgy parasocial.
There's a weird
relationships that were
dynamic
forming.
there. You kind of had to watch out for.
So were you even aware of that at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember you being quite active in the Discord, right, and being like, "Let's." So, and
there's some funny Discord messages.
There are some really fucking funny Discord messages, mainly from you.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. You're in
what are
inclusion that isn't that is it. If I pull it up right now, isn't the last message from you right now?
I was like, "Yo, reunion."
Yeah, isn't it like, are we doing a reunion this year?
Yeah.
It was like last year or some bullshit.
Yeah, something like that.
Let me find this right. The last message in the DreamSMP Discord is reunion 2025. Oh no, Sapnap replied bet a minute later.
That was pretty funny.
That was 2025. It's last year.
That was pretty good.
Is that something we've talked a lot about now? Is the responsibility of having an audience and stuff? That's very fascinating to me. That at that time you were aware. Oh, this is a load of teenage girls. This is a big responsibility. We all need to fucking handle this a bit better.
Yeah.
Was that something you were like quite consciously thinking about at the time?
Yeah, because I think that like people embracing like some of the more out there strange parts of that was very detrimental to their own kind of to themselves, but also just to like the fans too, to like validate all that.
Could you elaborate a bit more? Like what, if you don't mind me asking, what bits specifically do you think were harmful? And now it's been 6 years' time. Do you think you can kind of see the effects of that?
I don't know about specific. Do you have any specifics you remember, Jack?
I think if I put my mind back, there was a nature at which, you know, the fans were very parasocial, but I think there were certain people, some more than others, but I think there was a little bit of an across the board nature of this, where people felt a need to cater to that parasocial
Yeah.
and saw and there were tangible benefits in doing so.
It was
metrically.
when I could notice that it was definitely they're doing it for metrics and
Yeah.
for money,
Yeah.
and not because like they enjoy their audience or they think it's making the audience happy. It was more so like, oh, the numbers are going up because of this.
Yeah.
And I
feel
was like, that's really gross because these people are actually like really unhealthily obsessed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there was an issue where I think frankly, just mainly monetary benefits of having such a dedicated audience and making that larger outweighed for a lot of people whether it outweighed it or whether they failed to consider it, the sort of detrimental effects on the community, some of the creators within the community, the audience themselves. I think you can look at effects throughout it. I think to throw the question back to you and what you asked, do you think there's effects of that are still felt to this day, or do you think that that's mostly like sort of run its course?
No, I joke with my viewers that like those kids got like drafted in like Ukraine or something. Like I don't know where they went. Like they're just gone now. I don't know like what happened to them.
I think there must have been a mass migration elsewhere.
Yeah, they're just
they
gone.
must be into other shit.
Yeah,
but I don't know where they went.
I don't know. They just disappeared.
At least the ones that were. Do you still have them?
I think most of they just grew up.
I think they grew up or grew out of it. You know.
I think some people went elsewhere. I think you see it. I think sometimes you go online and you see similar communities that are like a couple places adjacent, and you can sort of see this pipeline in which once that ended, people got interested in something else, and I like look at it, I'm like, this feels familiar.
Yeah,
a lot of it is also just like I think the nature of like parallel, like how do I describe it? Culturally paralleling like where society actually is at the time too. Because like if you picture like 2019, 2020, you have COVID and stuff going on. You have like, at least in an American-centric kind of mind, like you have like Trump getting elected and then Biden, and then kind of like even when Biden's here, it's still like very much a Trump kind of era.
Yeah.
And it kind of like a backlash to like social justice warriors or whatever was kind of like very prevalent in like a lot of like online spaces.
Sure.
And so you get like the opposite where it comes to like a more socially conscious minded people or younger people.
Especially during COVID.
Which is a good thing. Sometimes obviously the scales are levied in ways that, you know, I think people grow out of.
Yeah.
But
how do you find the internet and social media culture now? Because I tapped out in 2024 pretty much. I'm not really online. And from my understanding, it is quite a lot more brutal.
Yeah, I think Elon Musk kind of ruined a lot of it.
Yeah.
I think like big tech in general kind of has ruined a lot of it.
Do you think that like the Twitter acquisition, like...
Yeah, but it's not just that either. It's like, because like even like now, like Instagram, did you see like they did like Instagram Plus? Like this thing is insane. Like they now are selling like an ability to like search who viewed your story and to see like how many times somebody viewed your story as like a premium feature.
Okay.
So like if you're like someone that's like, you know, in obsessive relationship or something or whatever it could be, whatever the context, they're now selling the ability to kind of engage in that on
to like sleuth more, I suppose?
In an unhealthy way.
Yeah.
As like a premium feature. And like that's I think kind of messy to me.
What is your opinion overall on social media? And it's sort of like, because it feels, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like your viewpoint, and I'm not saying undeservedly at all, but it seems more cynical. Like I think your outlook on social media and perhaps parasocial relationships and stuff is quite a cynical one.
Yeah. But I really respect how responsible
I don't think any of it's wrong. I just think it is. I mean, I think like cynical end.
Cynical just because like I don't know necessarily the solution actually. Like I mean, I grew up in kind of the sweet spot where social media was rising as like I'm becoming a teenager and into adulthood, where I kind of can like
too young.
Yeah, well, I'm actually the perfect age to kind of digest it and to separate like what's real and what's not, know how to like verify things. This is more in like a political sense, but in terms of like socially or like with like Minecraft stuff, for example, like just navigating that was a lot, I think, easier for me than perhaps some other people in different positions.
What do you think? I don't know if you know about this. You probably do. You're pretty clued in. The UK obviously just announced the social media ban for under 16s.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? It feels like you'll have an opinion.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I've heard weird things about the implementation, or like how it's being implemented in certain ways, but I don't know many of the details.
It's like a permanent. I think it is. You need ID to verify your social media account or you're banned.
Yeah, I think it's like a slippery slope for some things, but I do think that like generally like the idea of like kids not being on like social platforms like that is kind of the right idea. But I don't know what the correct solution is.
Yeah, I'm not asking for like a perfect solution here. I'm just curious.
I don't know. I don't think there is one.
No, I think that's it, isn't it? Like,
Do you think like it would be better if there was a social media ban in the US to get all the kids off it?
I don't think they would do that here.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I think that like the way like things are like progressing like so fast, it's hard to like know like what is the right call.
Because you, over the past couple of years, from what I've heard, you've been getting slightly more politically involved, especially online.
Yeah.
Has that been quite a conscious decision for you, or
It
what
was
spurred
like
that
no,
on?
it wasn't conscious at all. Like I was just like, it was just kind of followed. I think like where the world was. Like I think like I became naturally more like politically involved because like it was more tangibly like important to more people and people like our age and stuff.
because to backpedal a little bit, like obviously Fortnite Friday is a series that you did where you would get a guest and sort of interview them while you played Fortnite, and like that's it's quite a simple concept, and I'm so curious about sort of its conception. Doesn't feel too difficult. I mean, like conceptually, I can understand how that works as a format, and especially given that you're mostly faceless.
It started
and, like,
my first one was in 2020 during COVID with the Soldier Boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why is it's always been? There's something about it. It's always been figures that seem reasonably out of reach for someone in social media. Then it's never another creator, right? It's like that feels too basic for it. Like what is? When do you decide like okay, I want to start getting these people? And not only that, how do you do it?
So it's not really one answer for that. I think I decide based on like I want like the announcement of it to in and of itself be funny. Like you see like this person's on it and you're already like, oh, that's crazy that's happening. And that's funny.
That's like the criteria.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I start when I look at it. But it depends on the person. Sometimes like an opportunity comes to me that like someone knows somebody that knows this person. Would you like to do with this person?
How did Soldier Boy come about?
That was way different because he was just streaming on Twitch at time during.
He was, I remember. I'd rate him,
COVID.
and he would barely acknowledge me, but I was really trying.
And so it was like I would joke like I made the idea of Fortnite Friday because Keemstar did Fortnite Fridays as like a tournament thing on Twitch
after Minecraft Mondays.
Yes, and at the time I was beefing with Keemstar, telling him to like race me in the 100-meter dash.
I know. I tried. Yeah. There was a period of time right around when I did boxing that he kept tweeting at me and DMing me.
Yeah.
And I was with you in a cab and you were like, just tell him to race me. So I did. You were really hell-bent.
Yeah.
He never did.
He never did.
What the fuck?
He's a wild guy.
He killed a dog.
Keemstar
He ran over a dog
Eve.
on Christmas Eve, yeah.
When?
He was like going 120 in his car or something.
2016?
Yeah, something like that.
Keem, he was mad, wasn't he?
Did you ever get on a drama alert?
But yeah, I'm sure. I never saw it, but
I did. It was a proud moment for me. Growing up, although I didn't like
we all
Keem,
watched,
I was very aware of drama alert. So it felt one of the moments, you know how you have like a I've made it moment? I think the first time I was put in a drama alert, I know that's bad to say.
Mine was on high pixel alert.
Which is like, of drama alert. But I got on a drama alert and I was like,
why were you on it?
Remember that bowling party? You remember when lockdown lifted in the UK, but it hadn't lifted in the US, and all the fans got fucking livid because we went to a big bowling party because that was like totally fine and legal in the UK. The COVID had progressed very differently. But
the same week I went to a gig.
Yeah, and the US audience like lost their fucking minds because they were like, this is really highly like dangerous. And we're like, it just isn't. But it was like 2021, so everyone instead just pandered and was like, we're so sorry. And like it was this whole thing. And Keem threw it in drama alert.
Wow, that's a big leap.
And he used a picture of me and my friends for the image, and I was like, I made it. Wow.
That's awesome.
Connor, you know when you had on this Adrian Dittman guy?
Yeah.
Was that Elon Musk?
I don't know. I've like gone back and forth on whether it is. I had like reason at the time to believe it was.
It definitely seemed like it was at the time.
Yeah, and like over time, I don't know. My like best assumption is that it wasn't, but
Really?
it might. I do think that he was engaged with that account and like was on that account, and I think that like
But the guy sounded so much like him.
so.
And also would say me when talking about Elon sometimes, and
Looking into it, Adrian Dittman is like apparently a real person from like Fiji that is like heavily like involved in like a like Tesla like investors club thing on like Twitter or something. This is like before Elon even bought it.
okay,
So Elon was, I think, maybe in those circles, obviously owning Tesla. And I guess the theory is that perhaps like within this group, they had realized like, oh, this guy sounds like Elon. And Elon liked that idea that he could like kind of have that ambiguity of like, because he sounds like me, I can like be on the account and like talk.
okay,
And sometimes it's me, sometimes it isn't, and it doesn't really matter.
okay,
And
That is
he has like
weird.
plausible deniability.
sure. Do you think it was him on Fortnite Friday though?
I don't know. I think that like it was strange, but I don't know.
Because you then later had Ashley St. Clair.
Yeah.
Who is that?
She thought it was him.
She's one of Elon's ex-partners, has a child with him.
Yeah.
You had on Ashley Sinclair on
Yeah.
Fortnite Friday.
Yeah.
Who are the other names you've had on Fortnite Fridays?
Oh man. We had George Santos was a big one.
Can you tell me who these people are?
He
as well?
was
Yeah, he doesn't know shit.
he was
You
an
gotta-
American congressman that just basically like lied about like his whole life. It was a wacky guy. Wacky.
He
eccentric
went
figure.
to
He went to jail,
briefly.
and
He's been pardoned
by Trump, so now he's out.
He's out now already.
Yeah,
Fucking hell,
he's
it's quick.
Gavin Newsom, the governor of California.
We do have a message for him, actually.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, if you could get in touch. There's a big warehouse fire. I don't know if you know.
Yes.
There's this big warehouse fire.
Yes.
The air pollution. He apparently he's not going to sort it
I
till
think he
fucking
declared
Thursday.
a state of emergency, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not getting sorted till Thursday, and the air pollution's really bad. And we have to come to this office that's within this zone of air
Yeah.
pollution.
Really?
Yeah, and like
I didn't know this was here. I didn't
it's
know this
here,
was
yeah. And we were thinking if you could get that fixed, because it's a bit like he should fix it.
Yeah.
Is this real or are you doing a bit?
No, this
No,
is all
there
real.
is
What
a-
I'm
there
saying.
is
Because
a
yesterday
fire.
when we had Ludwig on and then all of a sudden it was all lies and now you're telling me
No.
this is...
Ludwig was doing a lot of jokes with you yesterday, and Tom believed them all. But this is genuinely true. There is a warehouse fire.
Is that the one you saw on the plane?
Yeah, that big fire that we saw when we were landing. It's still going on, and I need Gavin Newsom to get the fire department on it. So
But he's
I
not
wondered
doing
if
it
I-
till Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Or maybe who's the mayor? Do you know the mayor of LA?
Karen Bass, yeah.
Do you know her?
No, I don't know her.
Okay, Gavin will do.
Yeah.
If you could pass that along.
Okay. Oh, well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so you had Gavin Newsom. Sorry, it was a little tangent.
There you
Who
go.
else?
I had a little pump on one time. I had Bad Baby. I had the Tiger King.
Yeah.
I had ASU frat leader this year.
Oh wow, you
Who's the ASU frat
he
leader?
Yeah.
brutally frame mugged Clavicular.
Yeah, he frame on clavicular. That guy was funny. That was
Was he good?
that was an underrated episode. I enjoyed that one.
I didn't see that one. I must admit.
What's your favourite one that you've done?
I don't know. I think I really like the Tiger King one
I was about
because
to
it
say,
was
I think
like
that
Who
wins
is
for
the
me.
Tiger
it
King?
was like so concise and like the way it ended was really funny.
It ends so well.
Yeah.
Who's the Tiger King?
It was a Netflix documentary. Had a zoo. He tried to hire a hit on a lady and get her killed, and now he's in prison. And Connor had him on Fortnite Friday from jail.
Yeah,
way.
he called in from prison.
He called him from
How
prison.
did he do that? How
He
did
gets one phone call a week, and his boyfriend like controls his social media, and so
You kept DMing
Yeah.
him.
I kept DMing him trying to get him on. And he was like, "Okay, he'll do this Friday."
And
How did he
called
get on a
in.
computer?
He didn't play Fortnite. So
He gets one phone call a week.
sorry, I'm
Oh yeah, he did. He
breaking-
didn't play Fortnite. I made a Fortnite account called Santa Rosa Police Department, which
That's
is
a nice
like
touch.
where he was staying or where the prison he's at. And so I just had a viewer play on that account, and I just pretended it was him. And so like during it, I was like, "Oh, nice shot, Joe." And he goes like, "What?
What did you ask him about?
Tigers?"
He right at the end, bro. This is how the episode ends. Right at the end, Connor's
Is he
like,
a bad guy?
Yeah,
he's not great.
He's not great.
Connor's like, I don't think you treat those tigers too well. And he like flips shit. He's like, don't you tell me how to look after my tigers. and you just like double down. And
Yeah.
you're just like,
He was like, "You don't know what you're talking about. You got to do research before you start doing these interviews."
and you started being like, yeah, I don't do that much research.
Yeah, I
like
was
you were
like,
like
"Oh."
really honest with him. You're like,
Yeah.
he's like, it's a fucking Fortnite show. Like I don't research too much. I'm just no.
He kept talking about, "Did you not see season 2?" I was like, "Dude, nobody saw season 2. What are you talking about?"
and he just hangs up on him. He like gives up on his one phone call for the week and just hangs up and leaves. It's my favorite one. It's the best by far.
That's amazing.
But Adrian Dittman was obviously. I mean, that was amazing.
That one. If that is Elon, then that's probably my favorite.
You may have had the richest man on the planet.
Yeah.
Like the first ever.
And even if it
trillionaire.
wasn't him, like he definitely saw it because everyone's talking about it on social media for like the next week.
Yeah, and he definitely saw the
so
Ashley St. Clair one.
It was
There's no
definitely
way.
he responded in all the ways Elon probably would have responded. So it might as well have
It
been.
might
him.
as well have been.
Yeah.
That
That's
was great.
mad that you had
Yeah.
Elon on.
So
Wild.
So you do the show. You start originally. It starts out with like funny celebs. So it's like Soldier Boy. You have McKenna Grace pretty early.
Oh, yeah,
doors.
McKenna was on.
And then at what point was George Santos the first like politician?
Yeah.
Why was that? When what was the why with him?
So, well, he was just already an insane figure. That was like tough for anybody to get an interview with because he was like obviously in trouble for a lot of stuff. It was before he went to prison.
Yeah, but he had been convicted. He was going to prison. Like you speak about it on the episode.
Yes. And so I kept tweeting at him, and for a guy like George, when he sees attention and likes online, that will obviously be enticing. And so I just kept doing that. And eventually I messaged him and I was like, hey, this is the Connor Eats Pants team. We're reaching out to see if you would come on Fortnite
The team is
Friday.
just you, by the way.
The team is just me.
Yeah.
We're wondering, would George be willing to come on? And so he responds with the George Santos team response. And I'm like, it's definitely him. So I can tell we're just doing the same thing. But he's like, yeah, there's a $6,000 appearance fee. And I was like, okay, well, obviously I'm not doing that. So I responded. I was like, oh, well, my Twitch contract, Connor's Twitch contract says that like he can't like pay political figures to appear on a broadcast.
It's clever. It's good.
It was pretty good.
It's clever play.
Just fibbing.
Yeah, it was
Just
lying.
lying to him.
It was actually TwitchCon weekend. It was like that Friday I sent that. And he was like, all right, well, then I guess it won't happen. I was like, all right. And I just didn't respond. I was like, I'm just going to leave it. I think he'll come back. And sure enough, right after that Sunday, he messaged me. He's like, okay, so I talked to my team. Turns out I can do it. If you come on like my podcast, I'm going to launch or something.
And he did later.
Yeah, I did
I
later
remember
do-
seeing that.
yeah.
That was a train wreck.
I did later do his podcast.
Oh, did you do it?
Yeah.
In person? Because it was a real set.
No, I mean, I was on Zoom. Yeah.
Oh, you did it remotely.
I did 2 of them because he did a second podcast recently. He had
Oh
me
wow.
on, yeah.
How are those? How is it going on his? Because I haven't seen these. How was that as?
I don't know. I don't really know what his like audience is. I don't really
I'm assuming it's
understand.
conservatives.
Yeah, I don't know.
But so you have him on. That's the first conservative figure you have on. It's funny. It's a very funny episode.
Was he the first conservative figure I had on?
So other than like Joe Exotic, but Joe Exotic isn't a political figure so much.
Lil Pump is a little conservative. Well, I asked Lil Pump about. I mean, again, it was all kind of like. It's not that I looked for political people. I think that like politics is so
Embedded.
intersected with mainstream culture in a way that's just not. You can't really separate it at this point. I mean, the world is insane right now.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think it just was natural.
So you have George, and he's the sort of the first. When I say political figure, I don't mean like someone who you speak with politics about, but like he's actively like he works within the U.S. government, and then that sort of becomes a bit of a trend for a little while, and you have a lot more like
So George had seen part of why he was interested because he did see the Joe Exotic thing,
right,
and then the Gavin one happened. I think partly because of the George one, because like his team saw the George one, and yeah.
I'm very intrigued from the perspective because I've seen a lot of them, and a lot of them end in a similar way, which is you kind of make them look like idiots.
I mean, I
don't know if you
I
do it
don't
on
think that's
purpose.
true. I don't think a lot of them in that way. I think that's really just like
Maybe not
It
in that way,
depends.
but I think there's moments throughout. Like with George Santos, there's like a few. I believe it was a conversation you were having about gun violence.
I don't know if he would say that he looks like an idiot there though.
But I think you undermine them by appearing sort of fun the whole time, and then suddenly you're actually quite well informed about all this stuff. Is that right? to say?
I mean, I don't know if I'm even like super well informed. I think that I just have like my cadence, and I'm basically just doing game chat. Like, it's kind of how I look at it. Is I'm like playing Fortnite with like a random person, like and with voice chat, which is something I do anyways on Fridays. Well, even if I don't have a guest, I do Fortnite on a Friday, which is a different show.
thing. It's a different show.
I'm just doing like random duo queues and talking to like whoever. Usually like a 5-year-old shows
Do you
up.
speak as much politics with those, or?
I asked. I'm like, yo, like, who'd you vote for? Like, I can't do that.
Because you spoke to the Rizzler, and
Yeah.
you discussed with him what he would do if he was
Yeah.
president, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
What were his policies?
He was
again?
like no like every house costs like $3 or something.
Oh, and you rightfully told him this would
That's
crash
pretty
the
good.
Crash the
economy.
economy.
No, I didn't tell him that.
Oh, did you not? I thought you did.
No, I definitely was
maybe
for
that's
that
what I
idea.
thought.
I was for that idea.
Oh, okay. Are
Um,
you not worried about the economy though?
no, I think it's not real. I mean, it isn't real.
Connor, who would be your dream guests for Fortnite Friday?
I have a bunch of people that like I'd be interested in. Lately, I've really wanted to get Terrence Howard.
You'll have to close in with two British.
You've seen Iron Man 1.
Yes.
He plays War Machine in Iron Man 1.
Oh, and then they replace him.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Why do they do that again?
I think he
I watched the
wanted
videos.
more money.
Yeah.
But he's also just an eccentric figure where he is convinced he came up with a new form of math called
Yes, I've seen this.
teriology or whatever, where 1 + 1 is 0 or no,
3 maybe.
I don't know, something like that. No, it's something weird. Maybe it's right. I don't know. So he came up with math.
I suppose. Yeah. You
Yeah.
want to inquire
Yeah.
about that. That makes
That
sense.
is quite a big
Yeah,
guy. to be honest.
and he was recently on another right wing guy's podcast, and it was funny. But so I've been trying to get him on. I want Miranda Cosgrove because I love iCarly. That would just be just fun.
Sure. Because it's not always. I think a lot of the time it's people, and correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of the time it's people you disagree with, more so.
Yeah,
On a-
that's
on
the
a lot of
thing.
things.
That's the thing is I'm trying to balance it out because I think a lot of people get that idea now, having seen the George Santos and the Elon one.
I think the bigger episodes have been, the ones where
Yeah.
you butt heads with the guests.
Yeah. So I try to balance that out. Also for past guests' sake too, because I was okay. I felt I had a responsibility to get normal guests because I had Sweet McKenna on, and then afterwards the show's getting all this press for oh, George Santos, right wing crazy guy, and then Tiger King.
It makes her look a little bad being.
No, it does
amongst
not
the
make her
crowd.
look bad, but
It could. I'm saying if you don't balance it out, then I
I'm
see how that
consciously
could.
I was okay, I don't want to make so I was trying to figure that out, but yeah.
Sure, absolutely. But this is something I'm curious about, and I wonder if maybe you don't have an answer. It's not something you would necessarily know, but I'm sure it's something you've thought about. What do you think these guests think they're getting into? Because someone I don't know, what was his Zachary Levi, I believe.
Yeah.
You have someone like him on just after you have George Santos. It was very
Yeah.
quick
Zachary
time.
Levi.
He played Shazam, but he's also a big conservative.
Oh, in the new movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was what was it with his purple crayon?
Oh, yeah.
He's the Harold
Harold.
purple
yeah.
crayon.
But so you have these people on, and all the time you butt heads with them, and there's you obviously disagree. I'm so curious as to what do you think these people think they're getting into? Because do you tell them what do you tell?
I mean, it just depends on the person. I think I'm just it's an interview show, and
Because surely they look at
I
past
tell them
episodes.
it's Hot Ones.
You tell them it's like Hot Ones.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of what it's like. I'm asking questions, and there's a hook.
Sure. Okay. But I feel like there's some differences in that. I don't think Hot Ones is ever going to press on the politics the way you do.
But again, you're saying not going to press on politics, but that's only the political episodes. Well, not okay.
But I
I
don't
see what you
think-
mean, but
No, but I think a lot of them. You even asked the Rizzler what he'd do if he was president.
sure, I
man.
see,
Like,
I see
come
what
on.
you mean. But it's not and I'm not trying to get people, and I think that
No, I'm not saying you're trying to get people,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of the time you end up having these more heated debates, and I do think, and maybe this is just my personal opinion, you do make some of these people look stupid, and I don't think you necessarily do it on purpose. I
Yeah.
think a lot of the time it's their own doing.
right.
I just think in the way you question them, in the questions you
Well, I
ask,
think
you can
that's-
highlight illogical.
Well, I think that's why I'm somewhat
points.
proud of the show. Is I think that I don't even have to do very much. I'm kind of illustrating how their ideas are stupid
Absolutely.
by highlighting the absurdity.
You should be proud of that. But I think this is why I asked the question. Is okay. George Santos just goes in. I think like you say, you don't have to do very much, but he sort of sort of illogical parts of his ideology are highlighted. Someone like Zachary Levi comes along. It's how do you convince him that to do it? I think
Zachary Levi, I don't know, because he was the only one that was very abrasive when it started.
really.
Yeah, he was the only one that
I didn't catch the start of that one.
well, he was prepared, I guess, because he had seen it's pretty much what you said.
Oh, okay. So
I guess he
yeah.
had people or he had friends or whatever that kind of knew that I disagree with Zach on a lot of stuff, I guess.
Mhm.
So he was like very like combative when like I would bring up certain things already, but it made it kind of funny because I didn't expect him to do that, and it just kind of derailed it himself by like kind of like already being like
Really, how?
ready. I don't even remember. It was just I don't remember, but he was ready to be like combative. It was funny.
And then there's the penultimate.
And that's really fun that you can do that and then just not be combative with him. and
Yeah, I
then
was
phrase
like,
it.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing this now.
And I think that the great thing about it is as well, you will be discussing some serious shit, and then like fucking someone will get caught in the zone, and you will switch so quickly to being like, no, dude, you're gonna die. Like, like you take the game very serious. Like, you take it as an equal importance.
Well, that's why I think I can talk to anybody, and I don't, even if I think their
Very
views are like
disarming.
abhorrent or whatever.
It is disarming.
Like, even if I think like their views are abhorrent, like I still think like they're a person. I think I can like talk to them and like get along with them, like at least over like a conversation. And so
You both share in common that you both want a victory royale.
Exactly.
No matter who you
It
are.
Everybody
is,
wants to get a win.
It is kind
It's
of
very
like, as much
disarming.
as I think you say like the show is like something you just sort of did because like it's gaming and it's talk show. I think there is like this like magical ability to actually get quite into very tricky topics, because when the tensions get high, you can throw back to this common goal of winning in Fortnite. And like, I know that sounds really stupid, but it is like so
really cool.
impossibly effective as a
Tell you what it is, Connor.
a
It's
device
fucking-
to keep the conversation going.
It's unique. I've never seen anything
thank
like
you.
it.
Thank you.
I think there's a reason, like I because the show's quite heralded. Like I met,
I got to start uploading it to YouTube.
you really do, really do, and like we're running low on time, so we're gonna have to move over to the Patreon for this discussion. But
They make you guys pay for more.
oh yeah, there's 45 minutes more if you pay for it. It's great. It's great value. There's over 100 bonus episodes
I
for
got to get on a
$27 a
podcast.
month.
I got to make a podcast.
$7 a month.
That's great. But you really wanted Haley Welch on the podcast.
Yep.
You tried for a very long time getting in contact. You had no luck, and I happened to a year ago, almost to the day, because it was a VidCon last year. I happened to go to Talk to a Live, hosted by Spotify. Thank you again. And they opened the floor up to questions. And I just didn't know. I knew I had to ask something, but I had nothing. Like I had nothing personally. Yeah. And I was like, I can make something happen here maybe. And I was like, will you go on Fortnite Friday? And she genuinely hadn't heard of it. And I believed it. Because I met Haley afterwards, and the thing I really realized is that like she is really like, her management run that shit, and she just does as she's told and is happy to do so. Yeah. But afterwards I also met, she did the show with Whitney Cummings, and I met her afterwards as well. I met them both. And what really shocked me, because I love Fortnite Friday. I knew it was a really cool thing, and I think you've done a great thing with it. But I didn't realize quite how like outside of the online sphere it had reached when like Whitney Cummings was like, oh, I've been telling her to go on that for months.
Wait, really?
I told you this. Did you know?
Whitney Cummings is like best friends with like Miranda Cosgrove.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I don't actually have contact with her, but I'll tell you why.
Well, hey, Whitney, you got to tell your best friend to come on my show.
Whitney, she knows the show. She thinks it's great. She was the reason because I was shocked. Like, no offense, I was like, I didn't think it would come across Whitney Cummings' radar. She has a teenage son who was a fan of the show.
Dude, I met a guy last week who was like, yo, I love Fortnite Friday. And he was like, I was like, oh, awesome. And then he's like, yeah, I tried to get my aunt to do it last year and she just wouldn't. But like I tried, but she just didn't get it. I was like, oh, like who's your aunt? He's like, oh, Kamala Harris. I was like, oh,
it's crazy.
Wow. I was like, oh, that's
what the
wild.
fuck?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, well, she should have done it.
She should have done.
Yeah,
I think it would have won another election.
Maybe.
I think we'd be in a different America today if Kamala Harris.
I think it would have gotten more young
Friday.
people to go. But yeah,
I think so. I think Hillary should have done it in 2016 too. But I mean, you hadn't
I
even made
wasn't
the show
doing
yet.
it.
But I think you could change.
I don't think she would have done very well.
Do you not?
I don't think Hillary would have done very well.
Do you? Well, we don't have the time to get into this right now.
We're going to move over to the Patreon. But
We've got plenty
first,
more to speak to Connor about.
Ask him, Jack.
How's the worm doing, people at home?
The worm was reluctant to tell us where they were going, saying only that they needed some proper luxury 5-star them time. So we had them followed and found them lounging in this giant trailer full of horse shit.
And we're back. He just
That's
cut to
great.
the
I'm
worm.
glad the worm's
Connor.
well.
We checked in with the worm.
I don't get it.
Right, guys, we are going to move over
I'm gonna
to our. You ready?
Okay.
Patreon.
Head on over to our Patreon for a bonus episode. There's a story I haven't told you, I've not told publicly. I'm not even sure I should tell publicly. You got very lucky with the Haley Welch thing because I almost fucked that up big time.
I've seen online that you have OCD. Is this a present thing for you? How is that?
When I got diagnosed, like specifically with being on the spectrum in high school, there was like a week where I was like bedridden because like I was like,
I still can't believe your opinion on that was ridiculous. I can't believe the Sonic bit was the most heated bit of this whole episode. We spoke about so much shit, and the Sonic bit was the bit where it really got like tense.
I just think you're wrong.
I just